The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Alongside Carson-Newman men's golf coach Randy Wylie, I'm Danielle Wylie, and this is the Eagles Sports Network as the Eagles prepare to head to the Southern Tide Classic this week. And Coach, you come off of a third-place finish this previous week, and you mentioned that you liked the improvements that you saw from your team, but how do you think they've really worked on kind of kicking off that winter break rust?
We should have the rust off now, and we still haven't played our best. Jack had one of his best tournaments, which was really encouraging. Tom had a solid event, but the other guys all have some room to improve a bit, and we expect to see that improvement, going forward into this week.
And you mentioned the big event, or the big finishes from Jackson Tyler and Tom Forrester, and they're going to be the 1 and 2 spots for this event. How do you think that those performances they had last week will really push them this week to lead the way for the team?
Well, they both should be coming in with quite a bit of confidence, which is really nice, and hopefully that'll help the other guys get going to see some guys with a lot of confidence, and those we've got some good players and some tough players, and I expect them to appreciate kind of the back-to-back tournaments. It's actually kind of nice. You don't really have time to actually go home and re-prepare. You just kind of say, okay, this is what we've been doing. Let's just do that better and try to prepare as best we can with the kind of the game plan and the mental mindset that we had going into last week as we go into next week.
And you mentioned the back-to-back weeks, and you go from a course that you're so used to playing at St. Leo to a brand new course that the team will be facing down in South Carolina. How does that really play into the team's mentality, knowing they have a brand new course to get ready for?
It's not too bad because the guys do this kind of all year, all through junior golf, amateur golf, men's golf in the summer. It's not unusual for them to go to a course they've never played and play a tournament. So it's not really something I'm super concerned about. It's just important that we have a really productive day on Sunday in our practice round, and we'll really pay attention to the course setup and the strategy for the course that day. Actually, the practice round is when as a coach in golf, you do most of your coaching in the practice round to try to get game plans and try to figure out how to play different holes and figure out how to approach different pins. You go over that with all the guys in the practice round Sunday, and hopefully they're ready to go on Monday and Tuesday. But it's not unusual to play a course that you haven't seen before the practice round. So for most of them, they've got enough experience where I don't think it's going to bother them.
And last week you were number 20 in the golf stat rankings. You move up one spot to number 19. So in these back-to-back weeks, you're looking to still get that motivation to move up the lines. How do you hope the team really uses the rankings as a way to push them forward as they continue to look forward into the spring with conference really slowly approaching?
We try not to worry about the rankings, but I know that they're very aware that there's teams ahead of us in the rankings this week, so that you can tell when they know there's guys that are supposedly better than them, that gets them a little fired up. So I don't really need to say anything about that. They're very well aware that there's some higher ranked teams than us going in this week, and we feel like we can beat those teams. So we just got to go do it.
Coach, best of luck this week at the Southern Tide Classic, and thank you so much for your time.
Thanks. Go Eagles.
He is Coach Randy Wylie. I'm Danielle Wylie, and this is the Eagles Sports Network.